अरे आज क्लास नहीं है क्या? गलत तो नहीं है कुछ? डू यू हैव क्लास टुडे ना शिवानी?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think it got published late little. It looks like in morning it was not there. But anyway, I think we'll wait. I think there are not many people who have yet to join, correct?
So they are joining.
They are joining. So I'll also come. Just give me. Yeah, I think let's wait for clear 5 minutes more, right? So 35 we start. And today what I'm planning to do is pilot plant. Two things we'll do: cellulose production and a pilot plant. Now, I'll send you the notes and slides. Anyway, let's everybody come. Yeah, good. All of you have joined. So, good morning. And, most of you have sent, I think now the large number has, one person who has sent it has not written the name. So I've sent it back. Could you identify? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, this is regarding assignment, first thing. The first thing is that good that most of you have sent it, but very few are now left. So, and one person who has sent it, he has neither written the name on his assignment, neither on the running email. So in general, you are just growing up. So an email courtesy or email etiquettes are that when you write the email, at least you write your name, correct? And because he has sent it through that our common email. Anyway, yeah. So that's not a big deal, but I think just please resend, otherwise it will be difficult to remark. And I think just few of you are, please try to send it today. Yeah. Because then I don't get much time to assimilate all the data. Okay, now, in our huge syllabus, there is something called as pilot plant, because pilot plant is a very common question which comes into examination, and very important from bioprospective point of view, isn't it? Like whenever you are doing some research and you will find out, even like vancomycin production, we have learned, remember we have learned grisofulvin and vancomycin production, or we have learned multiple productions, correct? So I'm not going into all that how we are producing, but the one of the thing is that you cannot directly start manufacturing, so you make it on a smaller kind of plant. And this is more like an management plus science kind of aspect, and you all understand anything which is useful for the people. Ultimately, bioprospecting, what we are doing is something we are making which is useful for the society and which will be beneficial for us. That means economically benefiting to us, the person who is inventing. So the pilot plant has its own importance. And this question is also, can you all see the slides? No, correct? No. Let me first put it onto that, share the slide. No, I'll do it. No. Now you all can see the slides?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. It's
Very
visible now.
Yeah, so I think the first slide, opening slide, only tells you about three different, like plant, correct? So consider this is, there will be science. I'll keep on adding. This is more from a managerial perspective, but you understand. I'm repeating it that only science learning is one part, but managing science is another important aspect. So plant is a place where 5 metric ton, like 5 M's, in a plant, what we see when you are trying to manufacture anything. Okay, let me tell the class representative and class overall. Anybody feels that this is too much of science the managerial part, then I'll cut it down. But let me tell you, this is important. 5 M's, I think money, material, man, method, and machine. These are the 5 very important aspects. And material. We have talked about material number of times, if you remember, money and material. Where you can ask me a question, so I will tell you. When the media preparation I was talking about, we will try to get the molasses instead of directly glucose, which will reduce our cost. Then for protein production, the whey we can use, which is like a byproduct of any dairy. So multiple places we can use corn strip liquor, which we talked about. So the media which we use, or we have gone into, when we were talking about pathogenic fungi. I hope that my purpose is also to tickle your brain to come back to this class, because what we did important was one of the pathogenic fungi for insect. In that we were using plain carrot pieces. Now that's you don't need to have a very good quality carrots. It's an all and then we are going to autoclave. So point which I'm telling is material we talked about, man and method. So that is more of an aspect of more discussion. So I think machine we talked about is you can have an fermenter, a big fermenter, but you can also have a trace. So the plant, when the plant comes to your mind, what you will need is this 5 M's you will need. And in a pilot plant is a part of a pharmaceutical industry, not just pharmaceutical industry. You can put it as an overall general industry. This is more from a pharma perspective. That's why it's written pharma industry, where a lab scale up formula is transformed into a viable product, development of a liable practical procedure for manufacturing. Correct. So in a pilot plant, you try to optimize the parameters, pH, temperature, agitation, aeration, and multiple other things like if you are working on a fungi, then inoculum, how much I put, when to harvest. So those are the things. And the scale up is the art of designing a prototype using a data obtained from a pilot. So pilot plant data is used for a scale up. Scale up can be any amount depending on the amount you want. The objective is to try and process on a model or a proposed plan before committing a large sum of money on a production unit. So, yeah, today's lecture is going to be totally on management, looks like. But anyway, so try to, so one can progress and try to see that your money gets optimized. The examination of a formula to determine its ability to withstand batch scale and process modification. Let me add some science here. So, this might be to make it more interesting. What we do is, every formula, especially, the say a fermentation of say vancomycin we are doing, and we have isolated a strain right from an cold desert, and we got the strain and everything very fine. And you remember we have put around 100 strains. Out of that, we have selected 10 strains. So there is batch to batch variability can come. Some strains are genetically very unstable. That also I think we discussed somewhere, or they lies on their own during the fermentation. So what you try to do is that when you invest a large amount of money, your scale up should never go fail. So in a pilot scale, you see everything that the formula here simply means, your media, whether the media availability will all of a sudden deplete. Sometimes it happened, actually there was a soybean crop was failing one after another year, 3 years in Madhya Pradesh, which was the biggest producer of soybean, it was failing. So if you are using soybean meal, so you should, during the pilot plant only, you find an alternative. So this second bullet point is a huge bullet point, but just, basically you should examine. In our case, the major examination will be aeration, agitation. So the factor which we are using plus our strain and the media. These are going to be the 5 factors which are very important. The evaluation, validation of a process equipment. Here, I think we have discussed a lot about equipment, and you all have showed a good interest that how those probes, invariably what happens, the probe, pH probes or oxygen probe. Remember, you all have asked that how this probe works. So they are on electronic basis. What happens is a culture goes and binds to those probes. So that is what you see at what interval we need to change the probe or clean the probe, or is there any automation to clean the probe. So that is what you do of about your equipment. So the objective is to make very, very sure about everything before we go into this large money investment and large scale program. Then identify a critical feature of the process, guidelines of production and process control, to provide a master manufacturing formula with an instruction to a manufacturing procedure to avoid a scale up problem. So, there is one thing is, after you have settled down everything on a scientific side, there is a documentation side. So this slide is more talking about a documentation. So you have to make a guideline, because you are not always going to be, even if it is your owner or you are working there, ultimately there is going to be multiple people who are going to work. So SOP, standard operating procedures, are prepared. It may not be written here, but it's a guideline. We can call it as a guideline, but in a scientific industrial world, we call it as SOP, standard operating procedures. So they are written very, even sometimes we write it in Hindi, so that anybody means 2 languages we try to write, Hindi and English. So guidelines and process controls are prepared. So can anybody volunteer to read so I can add some science more? Okay, first thing before this, just 2-3 people, if somebody's or anybody is having kind of negative comment or not understanding anything about pilot plant. don't worry, just be bold and ask question, huh? And tell me so I can change, I can tone down or tone up, whatever way. Now, if you just have this is fine, then at least tell me that, then I can continue, you know.
So it's fine.
Okay, fine. So we will go ahead with this, correct? So there are critical steps. Okay, can you read just now? So can you please read the slides? So I will explain more detail.
Sir, are you asking me to read them?
Yeah, please read it. No? So see, if you read it, then I can concentrate more on explaining more details where I feel that there is required.
Okay, sir. So the first step, define product economics based on projected market size and competitive selling and provide guidance for allowable manufacturing costs.
One second, one second. I'll explain this because this itself will make, you know, there are too many complicated words at your early young students. So, you know, see, this is important part. Like, you know, don't consider that this is less of science because science will not survive without this part. So, you know, you have to define an economics before you go into a startup or manufacturing of or even if you are working in somewhere in a senior position or even in junior position, if you worked out the economics, it will be depending on what a cost of the product or a market size, correct? A vancomycin is very expensive product, but we have learned about a very cheap amylase was one thing which we learned. Second thing, those fungal pesticides which are learned, you cannot market it at a very expensive because those are the things which are used by farmers, so they have to be cheap. At the other end, the vancomycin is a drug of life saving. So you have to decide how much I'm going to spend depending on the market size and the competitive selling. Okay, here there is one another factor. Just the market size can be large, but if there are more than 10 competitors, I think if you just put it like, you know, any product which you are using, ये कोई बड़ा management कोई बड़ी चीज नहीं है. Simple thing I'm talking about. If there are 10 people selling, यदि 10 सैंडविच वाले खड़े होंगे, then your price in the market has to come down to a normal, correct? But if the एक ही सैंडविच वाला खड़ा है आज अमेठी के बाहर, so he can charge anything, correct? At lunchtime he can charge 100 rupees, 200 rupees. But if there are 10 standing, then he have to charge around 30, 40. So this is what it is for any kind of even fermentation or any big product. Okay, go to the second point. Unless if anybody has a question on a first point. I think go ahead. Please read the second point.
Conduct laboratory studies and scale up planning at the same time.
Correct. Go ahead.
Define key rate controlling steps in the proposed process. Conduct preliminary larger than laboratory studies with equipment to be used in rate controlling step to aid in plant design.
Yeah, if anybody has this, these are the 5. I think in exam also you have to write whatever I have earlier said, which was much simpler. These 5 steps in this format, if you write, I think, you know, in the very early part of your answer, because it will be around 7 to 8 mark question, if at all it comes. It will come likely in one form or another. This you can use anywhere. I think it looks clear to everybody. So we'll go to the next slide.
So,
yeah, ask question, please go ahead.
yes, sir. So market size and competitive selling, it is not constant, so it changes. So every time, defining it earlier, we have to change it. Like whenever the competition or the market size changes, then we have to again change the economics of our product.
Yes, so you know, good question. I think this is interesting, and what I need to tell to everybody. There are 2 things. One is we predict. What we predict is how big the market size will be, yeah, or how expensive the product will be. So there is one kind of prediction, or how complicated the steps are. If the manufacturing steps are very complicated, na, then we know that the people who are going to come in this field are going to be very less. And the patents, like, if your strain, which we are talking about, a new antibiotic, see, if you are producing a vancomycin, there are 10 competitors. But if you are producing your new antibiotic, as we have discussed earlier, and if you do a patent, then for 20 years nobody is going to come. So in that case, that competitor is not going to come, a zero competitor. Two, if you are selling, say, face powder, so there are hundreds of competitors are going to come, correct? So that is what a prediction. Did you get the clarity? Very simple clarity. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's what we predicted at very early stage only. And it is very easy prediction. If you have a unique product, the uniqueness will tell you that there is not going to be any competitor. Market size for unique product or a first time into the market is always difficult, but that can be done on the basis of similar antibiotics. If it is antibiotic, if it is anti-cancer drug, so on that basis you can do it. Yeah, so it's important fact. Each step is too much, but I think at your stage, I think even if you know these 5 steps ना, मेरे हिसाब से तो यही पायलट प्लांट का लेक्चर खत्म करना चाहिए. But okay, I will take you through the few more slides. Yeah, I think even if you know these 5 steps, that is sufficient, really speaking to me. एक मिनट, क्या हो गया, स्लाइड्स नहीं हिल रहे. Please continue reading, so there will be continuation.
Design and construct a pilot plant, including provisions for process and environmental controls, cleaning and sanitizing systems, packaging and waste handling systems, and meeting regulatory agency requirements.
Yeah. Okay. I think इसमें जितना लिखा है ना उतना है, क्योंकि एक एक word can be a whole thesis. Regulatory agencies are what? Suppose if you are going for a food product, then FASI. Just because this is very common thing which you all must be knowing. But if you are going for a pharmaceutical product, then there is FDA, Food and Drug Regulatory. So that is what a regulatory. But I think you have to define everything. That is what it is telling, right from a cleaning to the most complicated regulatory agencies. Go ahead.
Evaluate pilot plant results, product and process, including process economics, to make corrections and a decision on whether or not to proceed with a full-scale plant development.
Yeah, this is most critical. It must be the last step. Yeah, it is the last step, but it's a most critical and most difficult, because by the time you come to this pilot plant, you are so sold out to your idea, to your research, that you try to ignore everything. But the point here in the last bullet which I'm trying to make is, you have to be very critically as a third party evaluated, because ultimately the investment which you are going to make is going to be 100-fold than what you have already made. In that scenario, you have to even sometimes take a decision of not going ahead with the production. Yeah? And that happens in 1 in 5 cases. In fact, I would say 1 in 1 cases, 50% of the cases, we realize that there is too many competitor, or there is another competitor coming who is very close, or we will not be able to break even. In that case, you back out. Yeah. So these are the 7 steps. I think that is sufficient from exam point of view. I think we'll run through the slides more. But what I want you to understand is, this application, this pilot plant up to now, what we have seen, maybe very in few slides, but very in a precise, concise way. If anybody has a question on this slide, can ask when I'm speaking, just read the slides. And you have to reproduce this, but understand, if anybody is planning to have a startup, it's nothing but a pilot plant mode. I'm not telling it's a pilot plant. Startup is not a pilot plant. But if you just think in the very similar way, 5 M's, what are the things, and at the end, ability to take the negative decision for not going ahead. These are some of the very important factors. Yeah, so obviously now somebody has a question. Hello. There is some noise coming from somebody's phone. Okay. So I think there can be always a question why to conduct pilot plant. We should go directly to the manufacturing. But I think we discuss in a full scale that what are the reasons for going into the pilot plant. But it is usually not possible to predict the effect of many-fold increase in the scale, because from laboratory to when you go to 100 liter or 1000 liter, whatever is your ultimate final goal is, it is say 500K fermenter, then your pilot plant will be 500 liter to 5000 liter at least 2 or 3 batches of a pilot plant. So, and that only you can understand. Otherwise, you cannot understand without the pilot plant. Yeah, it is not possible to design a large scale process plant, and laboratory data alone will and degree of success. One thing which is not written here, pilot plant data will only allow you to get the loans. I mean, you need funding for starting, whether it's anything you are starting. So pilot plant data can definitely help you to get the funding. Yeah. So this is the point here, not written, but one additional point. And there are all those scientific points we have already discussed, correct? So the pilot plant can be used to evaluate the result of a laboratory study and making a product and process correlation and improvement. So you can continuously, okay, sometime if you're very lucky, it happens that when you go to the large scale production, your product become very large amount of production comes up. It's not that always when you go from a laboratory to bigger fermenters, your product reduces. In fact, sometimes the production increases because of the novel fermenter. So you have to keep it open. Yeah. The production of a small quantities of a product for sensory, chemical, microbiological evaluation, limited market testing, or furnishing a samples to potential customers. Yeah, you got it. That is what I was telling. Loan कहाँ से मिलेगा? यदि आप कुछ पायलट प्लांट से बनाओगे, कुछ सैंपल वगैरह दोगे, तभी तो कोई लेगा. शेल्फ लाइफ आपको पता चलेगी. So all those important thing in a laboratory scale product, you cannot do this. All the analysis are not possible. You can't give the sample to multiple parties, correct? So these are some of the very important aspect of pilot plant. I don't want you to go through the whole thing. Okay, there are not many slides. What, in my opinion, I think if you all have understood up to here very clearly, then I think we can shift to completely. I'll give you another five minutes to the whole class to have a clarity on what is pilot plant. Just go through. Oh, I have not shared these slides, correct? If anybody want to see the slides again, let me tell. Let inform me, or otherwise, I want to even introduce you to cellulase production today, because our syllabus is too huge to. Cellulase next class में करना है, whatever way you will tell, because both of them might appear to be very different. Devanshi, do you have any question? Sam, Adish, any one of you?
No, sir, no question.
Fine. So I think I'll share these slides with you all, but please don't ignore this. This is definite question in an exam, मान के चलो कि आएगा exam में. बिल्कुल नहीं समझ में आया है तो हम फिर से किसी क्लास में करेंगे, बट इसमें बहुत सिंपल है, मुझे लगा कि बहुत मोर ऑफ कॉमन सेंस, एंड यू ऑल आर नाउअडेज expert in pilot, reading about pilot plants in the form of startups and others, correct? So I've just put it few scientific and few managerial slides and made an presentation which is acceptable to you. I think we'll shift the gears to see now it's completely different than pilot plant. A new product, a cellulase. So cellulase production is, it may not be many slides, don't worry. Let me just check how many slides are there. Oh, see, we'll finish it in like very quickly. So cellulase is an enzyme which is used for production of, which is used for breaking down of the big multiple complicated sugars or cellulose you all know, correct? From cellulose we are going to, using this enzyme, we are going to make a very useful product. But let me first give you an understanding of cellulase. A component of cellulase is an enzyme which is having a 3 component. Yeah. So cellulase is an enzyme, a complex enzyme, and which is having a 3 different aspect. I'll tell you: endogluconase, exogluconase, and beta glucosidase. So the endo and exo तो बहुत easy आपको understanding हो जाएगी. And at this point I also want you to introduce you, when you are talking about an enzyme, that EC number, can you all see that bracket में EC 3.2 1.4 लिखा हुआ है? So this is how the enzymes are classified, and international classification is given. ये सिर्फ आपके अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए. Otherwise, cellulase is the enzyme which will be isolated from the fungi, which has been isolated from the extreme thermophile. Thermophiles are something which is an extreme environment. I'm not going into the complete, again, I think at least we have done 10 times the methodology, bioprospecting methodology, how we'll collect the sample, how we'll bring to the lab, enrichment and all that. So that you have done, and now you have screened for a cellulase enzyme, correct? And in that, now we are talking a little more about the cellulase enzyme, because that's a separate commercial production is there in your syllabus, and that is why I'm bringing it here. So before we talk about the cellulase production, you should know that what is cellulase. Cellulase is composed of the 3 enzymes, 3 component of the single enzyme. It's a complex enzyme. It is an endo-beta-gluconase, it is an exo-beta-gluconase, and it a beta-glucosidase. And where it will come into the action, that we'll see in the running slide. Yeah. So now, after just giving you an introduction about the cellulase, the cellular-lytic fungi, most of the time we produce the cellulase production is done through the fungi, and Trichoderma species was considered as the best source of cellulase production, correct? There are multiple thermophilic other fungi, but Trichoderma is one of the best. But I'll also give you example, because we should never, as we talked about in pilot plant, never rely on only one organism. So the thermophilic fungi is Sporotrichum, Thermophile, and Talaromyces they also produce cellulase. The cellulytic rate of some of the thermophilic fungi are very, very high. The higher the cellular-lytic rate, the better the product we will get. The cellulase will act on a cellulose and produce a glucose and other very more expensive. So you can understand cellulose is what? Freely available, correct? Any grass you can pick up, or all the trees leaves which are falling, they can be collected as a source of cellulase. If you have a cellular-lytic fungi, then you can use that fungi and use this to reduce the waste. That means a garden waste, which is just an leaves or some unnecessary grass, that you can take as in your media, put this cellular-lytic fungi, and you can get a very good expensive product like a glucose. So that is what we ultimately cellulose we are going to run. So for that, you will have to isolate a specific fungi and it has to be high temperature tolerating, because this is not going to be a controlled fermentation. These are going to be in the garden pits fermentation. So cellulose producing bacteria, so it can be from fungi, it can be from a bacteria. I'm not going to read this slide, but you have to give example of certain Bacillus thermophilus or Clostridium thermophilus. So these are some of the examples, but for your purpose, you can write that there is fungi, which is more preferred. Yeah, and there are bacteria, which is called as Bacillus thermophilus or Clostridium thermophilus. So these are the bacteria which
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, actually the slides are not visible. Have you
Oh,
presented?
good you told me. Sorry. Yeah, if anything like that, quickly tell me. Oh yes, because I'll go back to the first slide. Yeah. Good you told me. Thanks for telling. Now it is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So in the first slide, I was talking about the different components. You can read now endoglucanase, exoglucanase, and beta-galactosidase, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then the mode of action given. But even mode of action abhi nahi bhi pata hai, to theek hai. 3 cellulase in a complex enzyme, that is at an introduction I told you. And then we are going to isolate that from a thermophilic environment, which are the 3 trichoderma is one of the, and sporotrichum and Telleromyces. These are the some of the very common three commonly used, because the question comes like that describe the cellulose production from extreme environment. So you have to be able to say that it can be produced by fungi, it can be produced by bacteria. Fungi are more preferred. Which are those fungi? Trichoderma. So this is the slide which will help you. And here also you don't need to remember everything. You at least if you know Bacillus thermophilus and Clostridium thermocum are the organism which can be used for the production of cellulase, which can be used at a high temperature. Now another thing is, see, if you read further, it is very obvious. Thermophilic cellulitic bacilli are from the hot spring. Correct? You can produce it from where you will collect the sample. I think this all thing we have discussed in so much of detail. I think immediately it will come to your mind. Hot springs or a desert. And the thermostat, why we are doing this? Because we want a thermostable product. I think these are the things, I think basics we have done very well. So I'm not repeating all that, but we are right now going and how we are going to answer our question in the exam. Then we have to say the use of cellulase. So thermophilic enzymes are ideal biocatalyst for a modern biotechnology because the thermostability and a better yields under the extreme optional condition, because they give a very good. So thermophilic, and as I told you during fermentation also, maintaining the temperature at 27 can be very, very expensive. Yeah, the wide range of application of thermophilic cellulase is being listed in further, means I've cut it here. So in which industry? See, in a food industry, animal feed, textile. In food industry, you might be wondering why I'm telling about cellulase. But if you see, if you have a fibers and if you want to break it down, I think cellulase is in a food industry very commonly used. And glucose production itself can be classified into that. Animal feed. In animal feed, if you provide to cattle, they can really break down the leaves and grass. But there are certain domesticated animals, they would, if you give the process cellulose thing, they will be doing better. Textile, obviously, textile industry has a huge potential of a cellulase, correct? So these are some of the important places where the cellulase enzyme can be used, and a thermophilic, because we are in the condition, normally 80% of world's population where this cellulase will be used will be more of a temperate climate where the temperatures will be higher. So, each one, can anybody read for me? See, two different people should read this too, because this is exam point of view very important. A cellulose, what is a cellulase? Which are the organisms which are going to produce, from where you will collect those organisms, then what are the use, and now please read the food processing industry. I think Shakti, you can only read it. I can see you here on my screen. That's why.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes.
Food processing. Thermophilic cellulases play a primary role in food biotechnology. Marketing enzymes complex cellulases xylanases and pectinases is being used for extraction and clarification of fruit and vegetable juices.
One sec, I'll tell you. I'll just hold on. Then you start. You understood all those? So in food industry, as I told you, clarification of a fruit juices. This is one of the very important aspect. You know, if your fruit juice is turbid, you are not going to like it. Preferably, most of us are used to a very clear kind of thing and less of fibers, which will not come into our which will not directly interfere. It doesn't really break down all the fibers. So the fiber content which are required for digestion and other thing will remain intact. But you know, मुंह के अंदर तो to gulp it down, you can't have those fibers, correct? So that is what in a juice industry, in a food, one of them very important. Okay, please read further.
Their use improves cloud stability and texture and decrease viscosity of the nectars and purees from tropical fruits by infusion of enzymes such as pectinase and beta-glucosidase. Texture, flavor, and aroma properties of fruit and vegetables can be improved. The mixture of pectinases, cellulases, and hemicellulases can also be used for improved extraction of olive oil.
Okay. See, I think you all please tell me whether you have next class, because I'm getting a call from Dr. Narayan Rishi. Is there a second class, another class at 11:15?
Yes, sir.
I think so. What I will do, you know, I'll share today's both the slides and we will continue in our next class. Okay?
Okay.
I think I've overshoot the time, looks like. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll send this both the slides today only, and please read that, because you know cellulose production is not very only two more slides are left, and this is the slide most important. Exam में ये slide जो sacrification तक का है, starting from feedstock, ये समझ लेना. ये नहीं समझ में आएगा कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, नेक्स्ट क्लास के फर्स्ट इसमें मैं ये स्लाइड समझाऊंगा. ठीक है? ओके. आई थिंक आई विल हैव टू क्लोज द क्लास. आई थिंक योर नेक्स्ट क्लास पीपल आर कॉलिंग मी. ठीक है?
थैंक यू सर.
एक मिनट कैमरा ऑन कर लेना. ओ अटेंडेंस की गड़बड़ हो जाएगी. ये प्लीज जस्ट टेक 1 more minute to start the camera. चलेगी क्या? हेलो. हाँ. Good. You all are putting on your cameras. That's required for attendance purpose. Quickly put on and then go for your next class. अभी जल्दी जल्दी कॉलेज में आ जाओ, आपके पेरेंट्स लोगों को तैयार कर दो. No, that is from my side, not from college. That was my personal comment. Nothing to do with college. College is not saying anything. Okay. I am leaving. Please just put those who have not put on camera, क्योंकि वो बराबर उनको absent दिखाता है, वो जो कैमरा नहीं ऑन होते हैं, पता नहीं क्या है. Anyway, I am leaving. Yeah.
थैंक यू सर.